So, I think that one of the biggest things is the systems that people come up with. If you look at all the successful companies, and I have nothing against these big companies, think about even like McDonald's. They have their system from corporate office to each location, right? What ingredients to use, where to buy from, what goes into a burger, how long to cook it, when to flip it, blah blah, system setup. And big businesses, yeah, that they need that because there's the people who set up the system and they're the followers, right? And even our industry, the gym industry, the system has to be there for big gyms, right? So there's a fitness director or whatever, the manager that teaches the trainers, and the new hires come in and they learn the system of the gym, how much to charge them, how much work they need to do, what kind of marketing hours they have to do, blah blah blah. Even the training itself, same way. So that's where I've been at the corporate gym for the last 3 or 4 years. Was at a private gym about 3 years before that. So I got a pretty good balance of experience in that regard. But one thing that I personally noticed, and that Kyle will kind of chime in here, is that we don't want that system. Our system is individualization. Our system is for our clients and what they need and what they want, and incorporating that. And that's what I call it the art of coaching, right? But before we kind of elaborate on that, Kyle,
Yeah,
what do you
so
think?
like kind of just the idea about systems and from a business standpoint, especially a big business standpoint, makes sense. Like I always hear people say, let the system run the business, then let the people run the system. So the benefit of that is people are interchangeable. People come and go all the time. Somebody moves, somebody screws up at work. You don't want, from a big business perspective, you don't want your people dictating how efficiently or how successful or unsuccessful your business is, because that's really foolish. If you have a system in place, you can take a good person and lose them and not lose your business. So your system runs the business, let people run the system, you plug in people as you need. For a big business, that works. And that works to get consistency. Consistency is great if we're just really widespread, and we need to reach people in China and people in Bethesda. Consistency is huge for a big company. And all that is really, really, really great. But you lose that personal flavor that comes from being small, being intimate, being individualized. And that's, I think, what appeals to us. They're working in personal training right now, kind of bridging this discussion into the training world now, is the idea that a lot of people have that personal training is like a dying option. Like it's not profitable. It's not beneficial for the trainer or the client. And for us, I don't think either of us really buy that. From a business standpoint, again, maybe it's not super efficient. It's probably more efficient to knock out 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 people in one session. Financially speaking, obviously for the trainer, that makes sense. You can even argue, as we've heard it argued to us, that the camaraderie aspect and the competition aspect of group style training, that's all really good for a lot of people. But you still can't replace having something tailored for you and having something personalized for you with your needs in consideration, not in relation to others. So my needs aren't filled with David's needs in mind. Inevitably, we both have different needs, so someone's got to find a happy medium first. But we don't think that you should have to settle for a happy medium. Whether it's beneficial or not, why not just get the best while I have it? Why not have it just for you? And with us not trying to be this big superpower, we can do that. We don't necessarily even have to have a system. What David was talking about is our system is, being personalized. Our system is being individualized. Like, that really just kind of implies that we don't even have a system, which I'm cool with. I love that idea. I don't think we need to really be tied in with our system, because if we do have a system, you feel this constant obligation, like, all right, we have this system, we got to make sure that every client fits this system, or we got to make sure we bring this system to our clients, or to our friends, or to whoever. So you get a little bit handcuffed by your system. So either A, you don't bring a good product or service to people because they don't fit the system, or B, you flip-flop on your system all the time and you're inconsistent, which doesn't look good, makes for more headaches for you as a business or as a professional. I think just being liberated from this idea of a system, whether it's a business model, whether it's a training model, I think that gives us a lot of freedom to do what we want and do what our clients need.
Yeah. So, I think you kind of see that we both share that vision. And that's the important part. And one of the things that I can recommend going into is,
I'm going to crush this while he's talking.
yeah. So, and it will be gone in 2 seconds. So, one of the things that I want to talk about is the vision, our future. So pretty much our mission is that. Our mission is keeping that core value of our system, which is our client. Our system is not, do this, do that, and get this. Our system, if we do have a system, it is our client and what they want, what they need. So because that is our core value, we're still going to grow because we're a business and we're trying to grow it. But if the growth goes against our value,
it's not worth it.
That's not worth it. So that's where we're gonna be different with other companies. Is that right? What we talked about earlier, that we're not. Money is not our driving factor, right? We're just fresh entrepreneurs. We want to just get experience. We want to just really share our journey, and we want you to share your journey, and that's our goal, right? So, and God willing, we don't want this to ever occur, but if the vision does not coincide with where we end up, that's a cue that we're not doing it right. So we want to just stay firmly believe in our mission, what we just talked about, and that's our path, and we just kind of wanted to share that. So anything you want to add?
Really, just I don't even think we need to delve into it that much more.
It's
that's just what we, and like, it's a good example is when we talked about, so both of us have just made programs for people just because, my buddy says he wants to pack on some muscle before summer. Yeah, I'll write you a program. Like, sure, whatever. So the idea of like making that into a business is a little bit foreign to me, at least. So talking about price pointing things for us was a little bit of a hassle, or a little bit of a struggle for me, because while I value what we do, and I think there is a ton of value in getting personalized program, I would do it for free. Like, if I didn't have to, put a roof over my head and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to price pointing, what I was telling David is, I want to make it friendly for everyone, but I also want to make sure that we have people, and whether it's through price pointing, through marketing, whatever, like, we want to work with people that have similar mindsets to us, that value, obviously, health and wellness, and value the idea of the community of health and wellness that I think is a little bit lacking in the industry right now. So that's why we can kind of make this intimate, make it individualized. Because I don't envision having a huge pool. And I don't want to be a really huge company. I imagine, if for some reason our emails get flooded with thousands of people wanting programs, yes, we're gonna get them out to everyone. But I envision it being a little bit more of a tight-knit type of community. I couldn't even give you a number on it right now, but it's the idea, and we talked about this at the very, very beginning. We were talking about what we kind of envision for not just a company, but like, for instance, like a website. I want our website to be homepage ready, where you open up your browser, Point B's there. Maybe you see what the article of the day is, see what we've been up to, check the member area, see what new success stories have been up. Maybe there's an article that you've been interested on explosive training or core training or something, and you have something to chime in. Like, we want that to be a place where you just feel free to put in your inputs. Give us your criticisms, tell us where we suck at things, and tell us where we're great at things, and anything in between. Or if you just want to share what you did for the weekend, you took the kids to the beach and you guys went for a jog, on the shoreline. Whatever it is. It doesn't have to be anything, set in stone and systematic, for lack of a better term. So I like the idea of just being fluid, being intimate, being a community, and I think we'll try to get the ball rolling with sharing what we do. And we're both lucky enough that we kind of get the freedom of our jobs now to go travel. And I'm going to Dallas just because in a couple weeks, or next week. Going to New York in February to go learn from Quinn Hennick and Chad Wesley Smith over at Juggernaut, and hopefully pick up some good tips there. So just the freedom and the ability to kind of just go and live and just take in life experiences is huge for us, and it's something that I don't think I want to keep to myself. I can speak with David in that sense too. We want to share things, and we want to hear and see what everyone else is doing. People that we share with, share back, show us what you're doing in your life. If we get some training and lifting in along the way, sweet.
Just kind of discussing this in like a business standpoint. Every industry, there are different markets. So if we kind of look at the gym industry, there are like things like,
thank you very much.
There's like Planet Fitness. They're all sheer volume driven companies, right? They charge $10 a month. It's just all volume. Thousands and thousands of people. You multiply that by $10 a month. That's thousands of dollars coming in, right? But also there are other gyms that are completely the other end, where they charge thousands of dollars, and that's much lower volume, but they charge more. And then also there's gyms that are in the middle, right? So we understand as a business that there are going to be different markets and different demographics that people are going to attract. For us, as our business, we want to do the same thing. We understand that what we do is not going to be able to hit everybody, because like we talked about, we don't want to be dealing with thousands of people, because we can't. We're not able to. Just two of us. right?
Then things just get watered down, and that's the last thing we want to happen is the product and the experience to be watered down.
Yeah.
That's just a bad product for our clients, and it's just not as enjoyable for us.
Yeah, and that's what we feel like is happening a lot because businesses are businesses. They want to make money, and like we are a business as well too. So it's kind of I'm not trying to bullshit anybody here, but we are really focused on providing the best service possible, and if it's okay, if it's instead of dealing with thousands of people, we'll deal with our 30, we'll deal with our 40.
And the beauty of that, kind of like I said, was just being individualized is a big business when they fuck up. Like you're stuck with it. Like if you have something, or if our clients have something, whether it's moving forward or in the past, like if there's an issue with your program, or you're having troubles with something, or it's just not working out for you, we'll fix it. Like, and that will be priority one, is making it right for you. We're not beyond making mistakes as anyone is.
Yeah. But but kind of going along with making mistakes too. Like this industry, not all programs are perfect because everybody is different. So one thing that I kind of said earlier is that art of coaching is that our ability to troubleshoot, and that's one of the things we talked about, and we will kind of actually talk to is, one of the things we mentioned is just knowing something versus understanding something. So for us, we are a big believer in understanding the science, understanding the basic principles of businesses, of science, of training, of nutrition, so that if, for example, we apply something to a client and it doesn't work, if there's an issue, right? Because we aren't just, we don't just know it, we understand it, so we can hopefully troubleshoot the actual issue, address what the problem is, so that now we can make the proper adaptations, adjustments in your program, where the art of coaching happens. And now, boom, we did approach 1. Oh, it didn't work. Let's try approach 2. Oh, that didn't work. Maybe approach 3. Now we actually found the problem, and now we're able to help you, achieve your health and fitness goals.
So kind of taking that idea, just linking it up with, why we want to be, small and intimate, and why we've kind of had success to this point, before this business, was by keeping things small and individualized and intimate. Now we have time to go learn. So we're far from perfect, and we always try to seek out the best in our field and just pick their brains. Going to conferences, listening to podcasts, reading articles. There's always more to learn, and it's as with I'm sure a lot of fields, the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. So it's just ingrained in kind of the type of people we are to just learn and acquire more knowledge and make more connections and build relationships with people that can help us in our careers and help us bring our clients a better product and a better experience. So you can be sure that the big companies, or the big gyms, they're trainers that are stockpiling clients and clients and clients, hundreds of clients. At some point they have to sleep and eat and do their thing. I don't always know how often those people are setting aside time to build themselves up professionally and learn more about their craft and get better, because it is an evolving industry.
Yeah.
I think 50 years ago, how much strength conditioning was there? How many? We have Kaiser machines. We have all types of data tracking.
Data tracking. Yeah.
Tracking is a huge thing, and me with my MBA experience, that's such an untapped area in our field. That the rest of the world is actually probably a little bit more ahead. Not even the rest of the world. Australia is they're doing it. But that's just untapped. knowing exactly, your level of hydration, the readiness of your central nervous system, what exactly is your inflammatory markers saying, your IgA, your salivary cortisol. Like there's just so many metrics that we can measure now to help us bring the best product on that spot. I can run a 5-minute test with an omega wave now and better program your day's work.
Hopefully you can see where we're coming from. We're definitely, we're genuine people. Everything we talked about is 100% true. We're not making this stuff up. We don't have a script. We're just sharing our thoughts and visions, and we share those, and we saw the opportunity to collaborate and start this. And we kind of really want you, wherever you are, want to be part of it, and we want to be part of your journey, right? So, more videos to come, more contents to come, and yeah, we would love to get you from your point A to point B.
Take it easy.
Yep.
If anyone wants to video themselves crushing a burrito in front of me, welcome to it.
Challenge accepted.